even though we knew this day was coming very, very soon, especially with how poor he has played this season. It is still a blow to find out that the Black Mamba, Kobe Bean Bryant, will officially call it a career following the 2015-16 NBA regular season. And I say regular season because we know the Lakers are not making the playoffs. And as someone who has watched Kobe Bryant from his rookie year to this point, this is a depressing moment in basketball. And even though the NBA will flourish and be just fine without Kobe Bryant, at the same time, the league will still not be the same without the Black Mamba. Welcome back to the Best Damn Sports Blog. Back again, this time to talk NBA with some somber news, because we have learned for a fact that Kobe Bryant will be retiring following the 2015-16 NBA season. And as someone who has been a fan of him since 96-97, this is a symbol of the 90s baby's childhood officially coming to an end. I was born in 1990, so I'm 25 years old. I saw him play as a kid at 6 years old, and I've been a fan ever since. And to learn that this will be his final season, even though me personally, I said it should be his final season, and according to his play, it should be his final season, this is still heartbreaking news. Kobe Bryant is a part of the reason why I fell in love with basketball, and he is truly one of a kind. And also, he is the bridge from Michael Jordan to today's NBA. Kobe has faced off against all the greats, from Michael Jordan to LeBron James, Kevin Garnett, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, Stephen Curry, Allen Iverson, played with Shaquille O'Neal, Tracy McGrady. He has been there through the whole ride. And to see it come to an end, it's just surreal. It feels like I'm being robbed of a piece of my childhood. But I do want to read a piece of the letter that Kobe Bryant wrote in his announcing of his retirement following the season. It's a beautiful letter. You should really check it out, the whole letter to its entirety. But here's the quote that I want you to hear. Quote, "This season is all I have left to give. My heart can take the pounding. My mind can handle the grind. But my body knows it's time to say goodbye." Unquote. That's deep. And we know Kobe has had his injury problems, and that was the beginning of the end of his career when he tore his Achilles. As a Kobe fan, when he tore his Achilles and I found out that news, deep down I had a feeling we would never see Kobe Bean Bryant again, the Black Mamba again. And of course, as I predicted, he showed signs in his return, but he never reached that level of dominance ever again. And rightfully so. This is his 20th NBA season. Kobe Bryant has put in the work, the hours, the grind, the blood, the sweat, and the tears. It is time for him to say goodbye. Kobe Bryant has been awful this season. And I'm a Kobe fan, but 30% shooting from the field is terrible. He averages 15.5 points. This is probably his worst year statistically since his rookie season. And that's an indication it's time to hang it up. And to those people who said I was dumb to somewhat agree with ESPN's ranking of Kobe Bryant being 90th, I think so far this season he has proven that he's probably worse than the 90th ranked player in the NBA, just based on his play this year. But when we're talking all time, Kobe Bryant, in my estimation, is a top 5 player all time. But to me, you cannot argue that he is a top 10 for sure player of all time. There is no argument to me that can be made saying Kobe Bryant is not top 10. 5 NBA championships, 5-2 record in the NBA Finals, a 2-time NBA Finals MVP, 17-time NBA All-Star, 2007, 2008 NBA MVP, a four-time NBA All-Star MVP, and the third all-time scorer in NBA history. Impeccable resume for the Black Mamba, Kobe Bean Bryant. He has too many special memories, especially to me and all Kobe fans worldwide. For instance, let's take his 81-point game against the Toronto Raptors, for example. What a display. 81 points. 55 points in the second half in that game. We're never going to see anything like that again, most likely, in our lifetime. Then he had 62 points against Dallas through 3 quarters. Didn't even play the fourth quarter. Finished with 62 points. That could have been another 70-point outing for Kobe Bryant. I know people like to call him a gunner, a selfish player, but go look at the stats from his prime. Yes, towards the latter end of his career, he was a volume shooter and inefficient to an extent. But in his biggest games of his career, in his biggest outbursts of his career, he was mightily efficient. And the streaks this man put together were just amazing. To date, Kobe Bryant has 121 games in which he has scored 40 or more points in his career, which is amazing. And in 2003, Kobe Bryant scored 40 points in 9 straight games. And in 2007, he had 4 straight games of 50 points or more. This man could put the ball in the bucket with the best of them. With the best of them. Man, it's just too many great Kobe Bryant moments for me to sit there and go through all of them. This podcast would literally be all day, a 24-hour podcast if I sat there and reminisced on all my favorite Kobe moments. But Kobe Bryant, in my estimation, is a top 5 player all time, and he is the greatest Laker of all time. I know Magic Johnson and the Showtime Lakers were great, and Magic is definitely one of the greats of all time. But Kobe Bryant's longevity and the fact that he stayed with the Lakers his whole career, not saying Magic didn't, I'm just stating in today's NBA, we don't see that very often. Kobe Bryant is deserving as the title of the greatest Laker ever. 5 NBA championships, 3 with Shaq, 2 with Gasol. And what are they about? Almost 10 years apart. So Kobe Bryant, he hit a patch in which he did a lot of losing from 06 to about 08, maybe 05 to 08, around that range. And he stuck it out with the Lakers. People thought he would leave, but no. Kobe Bryant stayed loyal. The Lakers brought in the necessary talent, put around him, and they went on to win 2 more NBA championships. Now, I know the people who hate Kobe Bryant or like to discredit him will point to his rape case. The rape case he did not get found guilty in, I might add in. Or they like to point to him snitching on Shaq or him cheating on his wife. But that's outside of basketball. On the basketball court, how could you not respect the manner in which Kobe Bryant went about his game? And in the NBA today, where there are a lot of people who question players' passion, with Kobe Bryant, you could never question his passion. And all Kobe ever wanted to do was win. He didn't care about the accolades. He didn't care about building a brand. Kobe Bryant wanted to be the greatest basketball player to ever walk this earth. And it was evident in his play and his dedication to owning in on his craft. And as someone who is a fan of basketball, if you can't respect that, then you're not a true fan. Because in today's NBA, we got players sitting out because of quote unquote rest. And now the players want to all be friends and do fashion shows and all that BS. Well, Kobe, he was focused on winning. He didn't care if he had to cross friends, teammates. He wasn't trying to build friendships. He wanted to win rings. And that's what it's all about, sports, winning. And Kobe Bryant embodies that mentality. And for that reason, I'll forever love Kobe Bryant, the NBA basketball player. Now, as I wrap this up, I just want to say the NBA, for me personally, is just not going to be the same without the Black Mamba. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm still going to continue to enjoy it because when he was out for injury with his torn Achilles, then his knee, That was sort of me preparing myself for the NBA without Kobe. So I somewhat got used to it without Kobe. But to know that we will never see him again, that will be a little strange for me next season. And watching the Lakers will definitely not be the same without hearing number 24, 6'6" from Lower Merion High School in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Kobe Bean Bryant. That will be awkward not to hear that at a Lakers game. But the NBA is in a great place and it will move on fine without Kobe. But as someone who has watched him since 96, 97 NBA season as a 6 and 7-year-old, the NBA just won't be the same without the Black Mamba.